Hello everyone. So for today's video I am just going to do a quick drawing space tour. And for those of you who don't know, my drawing table is actually in my bedroom. It's in a corner of my bedroom. So I'm just going to do a quick pan of my bedroom so you can kind of get an idea as to what it looks like in here. So there's my child on the bed. Say hi.
Hi.
And then, yep, I have to put, just a random fact of my life here, I have to put Daisy's food on top of Jake's cage, because if I put it on the floor, then Jake will eat it all. So, and this is kind of the view from my desk, actually. Don't pay attention to my bookshelf. This is actually much cleaner than it usually is. Alright, so now for an actual tour of my drawing space. Okay, so in this little corner, I had this in my last drawing tour, but this is just a little magazine rack thing that I turned to its side and hung up on the wall. And inside I just have a few pieces of cardstock and my tracing paper that I use for mandalas sometimes, and then some stuff for my planner when it gets here. And then up here I've got a Christmas present from Allison that she made for me and some thumbtacks. And then down here is where I hang up all my rulers and protractors. You can see I've got a bunch of different sizes and types. Some of them are 18 inches, I've got 12 inches and 6 inches. And then some are made of plastic and some are made of metal. And then I've got my protractors there and here. And then moving over on the wall, this little round thing is actually from the top of my hat box. I had this in my last drawing space video as well. Right now on it I just have my to-do list because I don't have my planner to put it in, so it's hanging up on the wall for right now. And then I have a quick reference color wheel chart. And then this mesh pouch is carrying the pens that I'm using for my planner for the week. This thing here is just a headband that I use for when my bangs are getting out of control and need to be put back. And then this is the circle protractor compass thing that I have been using in the past couple of videos. Okay, still on the wall here, this is an autographed photo of Michael C. Hall, because no office is complete without an autographed photo of Michael C. Hall. And if you don't know who that is, he played Dexter in Dexter. And then I have got this thing here, which is it's just a wire held up by thumbtacks and little decorative clothespins, and then I hang up any artwork that I want to show, just have hung up for a little while. And then I'll take one down and hang up another one when I'm ready for it. Now let's get to what exactly is on my desk. So on top of this little white thing here, I've got my 2 lights, and that is obviously used for lighting. I have really bad natural light in this room, so I need a ton of lights. And then I have got a change jar that I collect all my change in, and then just a random pair of reading glasses and an eraser. And then Allie hung up 2 pretty little butterflies on the cord of my light, so that is there. And then this white thing I actually got from Michael's with a coupon, so it cost me like $20, and I think originally it was like $40. So this is where I store all of my markers. In the top bins here I have all of my Pigma Microns, and those white ones are actually by Marvy Le Pens, and they're not actually that bad. I actually kind of like them. And they're cheaper than the Pigma Microns as well. So I've got all of those lined up by size, so 005 all the way over to 08s. And then at the end there I have just a random white jelly roll. Underneath that I have all of my Sharpies, well not all of them, but every color of Sharpie arranged by color. So starting with blacks, and then on top of that I have got grays and browns. And then you can see I've got like the purples here are the dark purples, and then up here are the lighter purples, and I do that so that when I'm recording blending Sharpies, I can just grab, you know, the darker color and then the lighter color, and they're all just right there. And I have those all in every single color. And then, oh, this is one of my new rulers that I absolutely love. It has a graph on it, and it just makes creating my own grid lines a lot easier. And then down here, I have got some random markers. On the far end down here is just some paint pens and a couple of jelly rolls that I haven't put away yet. And then that is my Prismacolor collection, just a few greens and a couple of grays. And then those are the 6 Spectrum Noir markers that I have. And then I have got my pencils and then the pen that I've been using recently. Here I've got some black Sharpies. Okay, a lot of black Sharpies. They are in ultrafine and fine and chisel tips. And then one little lone Bic Market marker in ultrafine there. And then a lighter, because I used to have a candle in here, but I had to take that out because I now have an orchid in there, and a pencil sharpener. Underneath that section is these 2 little drawers here. And inside of these drawers, I have my extra Sharpies and Bic Market markers. These are my ultrafine Sharpies and Bic Market markers. So you can see it is pretty full. And then in this next drawer are my chisel tip and the rest of my fine tipped Sharpies, which is completely full to the top here. And so when one of these runs out of ink, which happens quite often, I just grab one from this drawer. And then moving over a little bit, right now I have my laptop, but this actually usually isn't here. It's only here because I was editing a video. Actually, I was editing this video, but I had used my other camera for it and it was really bad. So yeah, so that's my computer. And then if I scroll up, you can see this thing here is a microphone stand. And then that orange thing there is a hand grip for the video camera that I am actually using. And the video camera I have is a Sony Handycam HDR CRX 405. I think that's right. If not, I'll leave the actual name for it on the screen. And here is actually a photo of it. Since I'm using it, I can't exactly show it to you, so I'm going to insert a picture here. So this is actually a huge improvement from what I had, because I used to have a huge tripod on my desk, so I would only have maybe this much room to record on. Now I've got my whole desk clean off here. So that is a huge improvement and makes life a lot easier. And then when you move over a little bit, I have got my Kindle, and I have that because I'm always either listening to a book or watching Netflix on it. And then scrolling up, I've got my new orchid. This is a Phalaenopsis orchid, and it is white and the center is pink. And it is very pretty, and if you follow me over on Facebook, then you know I've been kind of obsessed with this plant for quite a while now. And this isn't the only one I have. I have a total of like 8 of them now, but this one was the only one that was in bloom, so it made an appearance in this video. Okay, and now let's take a look at what's underneath my desk. So underneath my desk, over by the wall, I have this big drawing pad. It was very inexpensive. I think it was like $4, and it was, I just purchased it from Staples because I was doing a project and needed it. And then I've got my power supply where I charge all of my batteries for my cameras. And then here is just some alcohol, as well as a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. to clean off my desk because I do tend to get a lot of Sharpie on it. And then here is a plastic clear box that I just carry my extra batteries that are charged, as well as an SD card adapter and extra SD cards and things. In this little tote is all of my tiles that I've actually been using these in my videos lately. They're just 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. You can see I got a ton of them because I do have a project planned for all of these, so they're just hanging out here for now. This is a notebook that I use for creating new tangles, and I'll show you the inside of that. If you take a look, I just you can kind of see my process. I kind of doodle and just write random things, and eventually I come up with a pattern that I like, and I just kind of circle it, and then I turn to Allison and I say, hey, what do you want to name this? And she gives me a name for it. So that is what this notebook is designated for. And then I have got, these are some mandala stencils, and I'm actually going to do a review on this very soon and explain what these are and things like that. Then this red folder is some completed doodles and drawings and things like that, just waiting to be put away. And then I have my Derwent Color Soft colored pencils, and yeah, I really like these a lot. And then in this folder is just some things for my planner, no big deal. And then this big tote here, this has all of my cardstock in it. So I've got a ton of white and a little bit of black down at the bottom. No point in showing you that, it's just plain white stuff. And then over on the side of my desk, I have got a garbage can, obviously, because everybody needs a garbage can. And then I've got my Lazy Susan of pens, and you can see I have got a ton of pens. This isn't even all of my pens. These are just colored pens that I use for my planner. And yeah, I've got Sharpies and my Pentel Energels, and these are Papermate flares, and what are these? These are the erasable pens, the Pilot Friction pens. All kinds of different pens. And then they have a lot of little drawers underneath it that carry, I put random things in, like pencil leads, sometimes erasers, and some binder clips and paper clips and things like that. And that is a little note from Allie that she stuck on my little pen thing that says, I love you. You still love your mama?
Yep.
I love you too, princess.
Great.
So yeah, I think that is it for down here. So that is all for my drawing space tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And I really want to thank one of my viewers. It's really thanks to her. She doesn't want me to mention her name, but I do want to mention that she made a very nice donation which allowed me to purchase this camera that I'm using now a lot earlier than I was expecting to be able to do. I am really loving my brand new setup, so thank you very much. You know who you are. And if you have any questions as to anything that I showed here, if you want to know where I got anything or anything like that, just leave a comment down below. Also leave a comment down below asking me questions. I'm going to be doing a Q&A video very soon. So if you have any questions for me, leave a comment down below and I will write them down, and I'm sure I will answer them. So I guess that's all for now. You want to say goodbye, Al?
Yep. What?
She was listening to a video, apparently.
Yep.
You want to say goodbye?
Bye.
And there's little Jake sleeping in the corner of the bed. Alright, bye everyone. I'll see you again soon for a new drawing video.